Array from digitaltrailblazer.com. And we're going to talk about the fastest, the simplest way to go full time, to start making full time income, replacing your job or your spouse's job, if that's the case, in your business. So, whether you are an aspiring coach or a course creator, consultant, whatever that looks like for you, this is going to help you put together a plan, a path to get you to full-time income as quickly as possible so that you can get out of the corporate grind to be your own boss. Yes, you're still going to have to work, right? It's not like a set it and forget it kind of situation, but you're going to be able to really step into your business, give yourself that free time that you are seeking to really grow and expand it. So if you're looking for a way out of the 9 to 5, then this is for you. So as we're having this conversation, say howdy. Let me know that you're with me here. I hope that everything's working correctly. I'm using StreamYard, so bear with me. If I don't see any comments or don't reply or don't act like I'm seeing your comments, I'm not being snooty. It simply means I'll go back through afterwards and find them and reply to them if I don't reply immediately. So welcome. Now, it is critical that we actually have this discussion because a huge mistake that I have seen more times than I can count is people quitting their jobs before they have substantial or are enough income to pay their bills and live off their business. I've seen people who've quit their jobs to start the business. I've seen people who've been laid off or something and want to start a business and don't look for a job. They just think they're going to start a business and make money. Now, here's the problem. Businesses aren't jobs. Like in a job, you don't have to put any money up front. You show up, you do the work, and you get paid. Businesses, a little different. You actually have to put money into some infrastructure, into some tools, into some resources, likely into some coaching to help you put everything in place to create a business that will actually pay you money. So it's not a job, it's a business. It's going to require some investment. And if you don't have income to put into that investment, you're going to get in a really icky place that I've seen time and time again where they're in desperation mode, right? Desperation mode because they have no money coming in. They're desperate to make sales and to get something going in their business, but they don't have the marketing expertise they need. They don't have the systems they need. They don't have any of that stuff. And they either don't have the money to put out to get those things, or they're clutching on to what little they have left because they know there's no more paychecks coming. And so do not quit your job until you have enough money coming in to support yourself and your family. Okay. Because that desperation place, sometimes you hear leaders up on stage or they have this crazy story that they quit their job and they went and did this thing. That's not the normal situation. And I would not recommend it for anybody, especially if you have children, if you have people that you need to support in your life. You don't want to be in that desperate, icky place. You don't want to get stuck where you're not making sales because you don't have the systems and the marketing and the tools that you need, and also not have the money to be able to get those things. So yes, you do need to do a little bit of work and get this baby rolling so that you can have significant income to comfortably support your family and quit your job. So what are your actual numbers? I'd love to hear from all y'all watching live and replays. What's your number? Everyone has their number on how much they need to make in their business to be able to comfortably quit that job or retire their spouse. So full disclosure, for Todd and I, we took the long way around. But realistically, I know a ton of people that have taken a lot longer than this, or who started back when we started and they still really don't have any significant income coming in online. So, we've done pretty well, so I can't complain. But it took us, from the time that we started our online business, it took us about 18 months to replace Todd's multiple six-figure salary. So 18 months. That was quite honestly, if I was able to coach myself, I'd be able to get that down a lot quicker. However, it worked out okay, right? And now we're able to give our shortcuts to others so that you don't have to go quite that long, right? But when you calculate this number for yourself, it's not just how much you're bringing home in your job. If you make, $3,500 a month or $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month in your job, that's not what you need to make in your business to be able to quit your job. Okay. It's not equivalent because in a business, you're going to have to pay taxes out of that. So keep that in mind that you need to make it a little bit more. And you're going to have business expenses, business expenses. So your ad spend for, Facebook or whatever, all the tools that you have, coaching, whatever you're putting into your business, you got to figure that out, right? So it's not going to be equivalent. Now, if you get really close to your number or you're at your number and you have momentum build up, you might be able to cut the cord if you know that the only thing holding you back right now from increasing that is your time. So there's a little bit of art to it. Work with your coach, work with us if we're your coach to help have that conversation to see if you're ready for this. Could start. Well, hello, Saturday morning comics. YouTube comments are working at least. Yay. Okay. I would like to start at $1,000 a month, and that'd be a great place to start. It might be $3,000 to take home. Okay. So first, okay. The business model that we're talking about, because I know we have some people that follow us from the old days. So the business model that we're talking about here is for people who have expertise, who can use digital education or coaching to help people, to teach them. So let's imagine, I don't know you, who you are, Saturday morning comics. I don't know you yet, we'll say that. But if I imagine that you know how to do comics, like write comic books, maybe how to get them published, whatever, that would be an interesting course or something that you could coach or help people with. People who are aspiring comic book artists, how to really refine and tell really good stories and get them published and make money with it. If you could teach people how to do that, awesome. Like that's where we can help you, right? Is how to put all this together. Now, keep in mind, a brick and mortar business. So years ago, before we found the internet, and I mean, we knew the internet, but we didn't find internet business. I'll say that. We were looking for a way to make money on our own, get out of the corporate world. And so we're like, what about like a franchise restaurant or something, right? I think we could handle that. So we started looking into it, and the cheapest option 10 years ago, we were living outside of St. Louis. So 10 years ago, that was $100,000 for a Subway franchise. And the earning potential was like itty bitty, right? That's what a brick and mortar business costs you. Now compare that to, you're not going to spend anywhere near that for your startup costs and getting things going in an online business, but it is going to cost something. And so I want you to have that set in your mind, because it's so, like, I actually, talked to a woman a week or two ago, very nice lady, but obviously brand new to the space, hadn't really researched it much yet, didn't really know what was going on. And unfortunately, she didn't understand, like she had never had a business before. She was always an employee, and she was wanting to get started helping physicians and do certain things, right? So she had this level of expertise, which was great. And it came from her corporate experience. Awesome, right? However, when I talked to her, she was like, well, I haven't made any money yet, so I can't spend any money on my business. And I was like, oh, sweetheart, you're in for a really difficult time. Like she hadn't wrapped her mind around the difference between a job and a business. So she's probably going to quit. Like she's going to give up on her dream and what she was looking to do, because you can't build a successful business with that kind of mentality, a job mentality, right? You have to have investment funds to get this up and running. So, all right. Oh, I've got a toddler. Not a toddler. He's 4 now. You're supposed to stay out. I'm on the video and you're in your underwear. Get out. You hit the buttons yourself. I can't help you, kiddo. So that's my little 4-year-old. Hopefully he stays out. I guess the TV may have turned off. Daddy's with brother at religion class right now. So he's, yes, we're using the TV as a babysitter, but don't judge. It works. It works. Okay. So what is the plan? What is the fastest way to get to your full-time income. So share. So like Saturday Morning Comics, $3,000, right? Awesome. Okay. What is the number you need to be bringing in to be able to cut the cord, to quit, to have the life of freedom, the opportunity, everything that you're looking for? Well, the structure is going to be a little bit different. Some of the basics will be the same. So let's talk about what this plan is and how you can implement it. So in order to sell anything online, you need traffic. This is something a lot of people don't understand, especially if you're new. People will say, well, I got a website set up. I got a Facebook page, but I'm not making any sales. Do you have any traffic going to any of those places? Like, does anybody find you? And they're like, oh, I don't even know. How do I look at that? Like, they don't know how to see if there's traffic to their website. They don't know anything about search engine optimization. They don't know how to drive traffic or do ads or anything from their business page. And you're like, you can't make sales to nobody. Like, you need people paying attention to you to make any sales, no matter what your offer is. So you need some traffic. Okay. And especially with what we're going to be talking about today, audience growth. So not just generic traffic, but really cultivating an audience who knows, likes, and trusts you, and you can help and serve.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, you have to do something else until I'm done with my video. You can watch it after. Okay, I'll help you. Okay, thank you. He's really cute, but he is in his underwear, so I can't have him come in here. But if you heard his voice, he's quite adorable. Okay, so, we're talking traffic and audience. So yeah, it's super important that you are building up an audience, okay, and you're nurturing and working with them. And so how do you do that? Well, we actually have a lot of training in our Facebook group where I teach free methods, free organic methods for really getting good traffic and building your audience. Now, if you want to learn about those strategies, if you're on our Facebook page, type in the word group, and I'll follow up and I'll give you the link to the group. If you are on YouTube, in the description of the live of this video, you will see a link to join the group. So you can just click through that. But I have a lot of free stuff there. But we're not talking about free. We're not talking about free. We're talking about fastest. Well, guess what? Fastest is not free. Like, free is slow. That's why, it takes time. Whereas paid can be much, much faster. So what does that require of you? How would you do this? Well, number one, sharp marketing message. This is one of the number one problems that people need our help. Like when we're working with a new client, we dive into this hard with them because it's critical to every single thing that you do. Everything that you do is based off of your marketing message, and it needs to be super, super sharp. So you need to be really niche down into like a little sub niche of very specific people that you can help attain a very specific result. So maybe that's postpartum moms lose the baby weight. Maybe that is Amazon FBA sellers make 10 sales a day without ads. Right? It very, very, very narrowed down and specific. So you have to have a good, sexy, people call it, or juicy or enticing, something desirable that people want. That has to be really flushed out and really a narrow group. Get out of here. Get out and go in your room. Did you guys see him? I don't know if you're paying attention. Get out. Punk, he's gonna get in trouble. Okay, so all right. So having a really good marketing message is critical to get this process started. But the fastest way to do this is set up a basic Facebook ad. It doesn't need to be a really complicated like retargeting and this and that and that. It can be pretty simple. So that simple Facebook ad is offering them your lead magnets, just a lead generation ad. So what is a lead magnet, you may be asking? That is simply something of value you give away for free in exchange for their email. So something they would typically be willing to pay a couple bucks for at least, but you're going to give it to them for nothing except for their email. So this might be a PDF download, an ebook, a video training, an audio file, something that your people want. Okay, so you're going to set up an ad that offers this lead magnet. When they opt into it, meaning putting in their name and email, it goes to a thank you page. Fancy name for the page that comes up after they hit enter. Now, on that thank you page, use your phone. You don't need some fancy schmancy camera or video editing software. Your smartphone will be fine. Shoot a little video of yourself saying, hey, I'm so glad you got your, whatever your name of your lead magnet is, right? But if you really want to drop that baby weight as soon as possible, or whatever the result you're talking about is, then you need to join my private exclusive Facebook group. In my group, I do live trainings. I give motivation and tips and insights at least 5 times a week, or blah, blah, blah. Like, sell them on why they need to join your group. And tell them, click the button below this video in order to join. Okay. So now with this one ad, you're building your email list and you're building a Facebook group. Now, why is that good? Well, your email list is what you own. I love social media. I love the benefits of Facebook. I love the opportunity on YouTube. However, we don't own it. If I say something that Zuckerberg or Google decides they don't like, we've seen it over the last year or something. If it doesn't fit their agenda, right, you're out. And so you have to be careful on these sites, use them, but set up your business in a way that you can survive if it disappears. Okay. So build your email list first, always. Okay. That is prime of place because you own it. And then get them in the group. Now, what do you do with them once you're there? Well, you're going to nurture, do engagement posts, give them tips, do live trainings like this one. Okay. Give them a value, building that know, like, and trust factor. From your email list, people are like, well, I have an email list, or I've set up an email list, or whatever else, but then they don't know, like, I don't know what to send them, is what they'll say. Well, if you have a schedule of when you're going live in your Facebook group, simply tell your list, join you in the group to learn about XYZ. Oh, we're having a fun time. So that was the dog. Wash your hands. See, he just went potty. And he's 4. He didn't wash his hands. And then the cat. We're having a hoot and hollering time tonight, let me tell you. Okay, so it's real. This is the real life work from home. We'll just say that. All right. So yeah, this is Rex. Say hi, Rex. He's a little golden. He's a golden doodle. He's a black golden doodle, actually, but he's a sweetheart. He always got to be with mama. So okay, that would be your lead generation, your audience growth, traffic strategy, and then work with them, nurture those folks, help them. Live video, fastest way to build a know, like, and trust factor. So do it. Schedule it though. Don't just randomly pop in your group and go live. Schedule it a couple days out with an event, invite your email list, and then go live and give great value. Now, what do we do at this point? How do you start making money? And what's the fastest way to get where you want to be? Well, the fastest way to get where you want to be is to really skip the whole program creation part. This is something that can slow people down. It shouldn't. And how we teach it, it really shouldn't. But sometimes people get wrapped up in their own head on things and it takes way too long. And I have a weird hair thing going on. Okay. So with that, let's skip it. Let's skip the course or program creation. And instead, let's simply dive into a simple one-on-one high ticket coaching offer. And pack that sucker with value, like so much value that it makes it a no-brainer. So you offer them one-on-one sessions, maybe some chat support, maybe some live masterminds or workshops, whatever. Just really pack in everything they want, they think they might want, everything that they need to really feel supported. And maybe it's a 2-month, maybe it's a 6-month, make it a good size package so that it's really so value packed that people are, they totally see the value of the cost. Now, why are we talking about a high ticket program? Now, number one-on-one coaching. You don't need to have like a really detailed course created. All you need is basically an outline where you're saying, when I start working with people, I need to get them to this end goal in 2 or 3 months or 6 months or whatever the size of your program is. So you have a kind of an outline of, and honestly, you could sit down in an hour, 2 hours and create this. Okay. And you just kind of have a rough outline of what you want to cover so that by the end, and when you want to cover it, so by the end you actually have everything, handled, and you're at the results point of what they are looking to achieve. So that's why we're talking about one-on-one coaching. That's going to save you time, make it easier. But why are we talking high ticket instead of offering like one-off, hour-long consultations or something like that, which for me is going to be high ticket still, but maybe, you're just getting started, right? So why high ticket? Let's talk about it. Quiet and shut the door now. Out. I tell you that, child. It's a good thing he's cute. That's all I gotta say. It's a good thing he is cute. Okay, now, high ticket versus low ticket. Imagine you have a $97 offer, low ticket, versus a $3,000 offer. How many sales do you need to make in order to hit $10,000 a month? Because a lot of people that I've talked to, 10,000 was their number, right? Out of all the numbers that I hear, the most common that I hear from people to be able to quit their job or bring home their spouse is $10,000 a month. So 10 grand, if that's your goal, you'd have to make 100 sales at $97 a month, or $97 to make $10,000 a month. Is that doable? Yes. How easy it to be profitable doing that? Not very. Okay. If you have a large organic following, like we have friends that have massive YouTube followings, and awesome, you can throw out a low ticket offer and boom, right? You can make a bunch of money because you're not having to pay for the traffic. If you do not have a massive organic following, then you need to pay for your traffic, and you're going to have a really tough time being profitable with a low ticket offer because ads can be expensive, right? They go up and down. And if your profit margins aren't very high, you're going to really struggle, and you're going to be nail biting. Even when you are profitable, you're going to be really stressed on, all of your numbers and conversion rates when you're talking low ticket. So think about the amount of traffic that you would need. I mean, copious amounts of traffic, right? Lots and lots of traffic in order to make 100 sales a month. Now, let's compare that to the alternative. The alternative being a $3,000, maybe it's a 2-month or a 3-month or a 6-week, whatever fits for your audience, and getting them to the goal that you want them to achieve. Let's talk about that. $3,000. For some people, simply two sales a month is going to get you to $6,000 for the month, and that's enough. But let's say 3 sales, $9,000 a month. 4 sales is $12,000 a month. That is over your $10,000. That's enough to maybe cover your ads in addition, or maybe your taxes. So 4 sales, 1 a week. That's it. How much traffic do you need to do that? Not much. Much, much less traffic. So it's way easier for you to do because you have a high ticket offer. So realistically, Saturday Morning Comics, if you want to make $3,000, put together a kick butt offer. 6-month program, 4-month program, whatever, where you're taking people through the core fundamentals of comic book illustration, about storytelling, about how to get in contact with the right people for publishing, how to actually sell it to a publisher, like all of that stuff. Put together a $3,000 program, make 1 sale a month, boom, you're there. So much simpler. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, why we do high ticket, and why like all of our clients are at least upper, like $1,000 or up, right? Because it's just so much easier for you to reach your income goals, and it's easier to manage. I'll tell you, as someone who's so Todd and I, our first couple courses that we sold were $297. So low ticket. And in hindsight, we should have charged $997 Just saying, if we had us as coaches, we would not let us sell that for that low. But $297. Now imagine making like $190,000 a month on a $297 offer. It was bananas, not gonna lie. The amount of sales and traffic we were dealing with was like boom, it was crazy. Compare that to having a high ticket offer where the amount of customers is so much less, that you can better deliver your content, you can serve them better, you have higher quality customers who are more interested in actually implementing what you're teaching, who see the value in it and are going to take it seriously. Like, oh honey, every day, like this high ticket is the way to go. So how do you actually sell this? Because having an offer doesn't matter if it's not selling, right? Well, remember we talked about traffic. We talked about serving and nurturing those people that you're bringing to you. How about this? On your live training, offer them a call. Offer them the opportunity to take the next step with you. So the next step with me, if you're on YouTube, join the Facebook group. If you're on our business page on Facebook, join the Facebook group. Type in the word group. I'll give you the link. If you're like, I absolutely love what you're saying, and I know that I need all of this, but I have no idea how to do it. Hey, guess what? I got you back, right? That's what we do. If you want to talk to me, we can set up a call, mano y mano, right? We'll set up a call, see where you are with things, and talk about how we can help you, what that would actually look like to get our help to do all of this stuff. Type in the word info in the comments if you're on Facebook. If you are not on Facebook, then just click on the link in the description to book a time to talk. But that's a call to action. That is a call to action that I offer in my Facebook groups, all my live videos, so that when people are like, oh, this totally makes sense, but I don't know how to do it myself. Great. I can help you, right? Offer them a call to action, CTA, to book a call with you. Now, if you come from a sales background, awesome. Like, get on that call, close that sucker, right? A lot of people do not come from a sales background, and that gets a little difficult. You really want, of all of the people that you get on a call, you want to be closing like 30 to 40% optimally. Better is great, but that's your goal, your minimum goal for yourself. Now, how do you do that easier? Put some systems in place. And that's what we help our clients do. That's what we do, where when people are actually booking calls, fabulous. Now give them the information they need ahead of time about your program, about what you're doing, what your offer is, so that they have everything they need and they're chewing on it ahead of time. So that by the time you get on the call with them, you don't need to just present them everything and have the kind of deer in the headlights, wow, and then try to close them right there. They've already had enough time to digest it and understand what you do and how you can help them, so that by the time they're on the phone, you're like, yeah, here's the price. Is it good? Like, after you've vetted them and make sure they're a good fit for you, you just, lay out how it works and boom, because they have the details and they have enough information to make an informed decision. So put some systems in place, give them some homework ahead of time so that you get out, so that you can, so that they can get everything they need to make a decision on the call. And you can increase your closing rates so much, and increase, even we've had a client, Adrienne, who, when she implemented this homework piece that we teach, she went from, I don't even know, she had like, it was high, I think. I'm going off of memory, which is not the best. So I want to say it was like 80% of her customers that were purchasing her high ticket program were on payment plans. Okay. When she implemented this homework, 100%, her next launch that she did, she had 100% of them actually full pay, because they had enough information ahead of time. They saw the value and they wanted to move forward. There was no questions left of, oh, is this really going to help me? All of those questions had been answered before they even got on the call. So it made it so much easier for her. So there's some value. There's a ton of value in getting putting some of these processes in place to make it simpler, make the phone call easier. You don't have to hard sell, it's like, here it is. You already know, and just, get them started in the program. So let me know that this was helpful for you, what you are implementing from it. Yes, say hi. My camera's too high to really get your pretty face. So you can come up here. You want to say hi? You can say hi. Come on. We've already had a kid in here. We might as well get a dog. Full dog face. Yeah. So this is Rex. He's a hugger. He knows to give mama hugs. So as you're, type in the word group. If you're on our Facebook page, I'll give you the link to join the group. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and click on that description for the video and click the link to join the group. And if you want to have a conversation to see, don't touch that mic. Sorry, that weird dog is smelling the mic. If you want to see how we can help you with all of this stuff, simply type in on Facebook, type in the word info in the comments. I'll follow up with you, send you a message so we can chat and schedule a time to talk. And if you are on YouTube, there is a link to my calendar in the top of the YouTube description. All right. Have a blessed evening. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.